Hello everyone. The smartphones in your pocket, the cars on the road, and even the AI that is shaping our future has one thing in common: the tiny chips. So now India has begun its mission in order to master in this technology. So from this video, let us understand how is it going to be beneficial for India. Before understanding how is it going to be beneficial for India, let us understand what do you mean by semiconductors. So semiconductors Semiconductors are tiny chips that act as the brain of electronic devices. They are used in smartphones, laptops, cars, TVs, satellites, defense equipments, and even artificial intelligence systems. So, whenever you're unlocking your smartphone using a fingerprint, right, and whenever you're watching a YouTube video, smartphone, YouTube video, or whenever you're using a Google map, right, whenever you're using these things, here the semiconductor chips are behind the scenes which is making this happen possible. So semiconductor chips play a very important role whenever you're using this, right? They are the one which are running behind the scenes. So that is why semiconductors are often called the backbone of digital economy and the new oil of 21st century, as it is used in so many of the things. Countries that can manufacture advanced chips gain a significant technological and economic advantage. Now, let us understand what exactly is India doing in this. So, so India is building a complete semiconductor ecosystem. This means the country wants to develop everything related to chips from design and manufacturing to testing and packaging. The newly inaugurated Sanand facility is an important step in this direction and is expected to boost India's electronic sector, right? So this is the Sanand facility which has been newly inaugurated in order to carry this semiconductor mission. So in order to take forward this mission was first launched in the year 2021 December. And what was the outlay? What was the budget outlay of this mission? It was 76,000 crore. Right. This was the amount which was spent when it was launched in the year 2021. And under which ministry was this mission launched? It was launched under the Ministry of Electronic and Information Technology. Right. So now, as this mission is going forward, this new Sanand facility in the state of Gujarat, this mission has been launched. So when we're talking about the timeline of the mission, we got that it was launched in the year 2021. When understanding about the timeline, so in 2021, so the mission was launched, right? And in 2020 and 23, the policy framework was laid down. And in 2024, the project foundation took place, right? And in 2025, the production begins. And now, in the year 2026, the Sanand facility was inaugurated in the state of Gujarat. So, this is how the timeline has taken 2021, then 2022, 2023, then 2024, 2025. Now, finally, in 2026, Sanand facility in the state of Gujarat has been carried in order to take forward this mission. Now, let us understand why is it important to India? Why is India focusing so much on manufacturing semiconductors? So, when we're talking about its importance, so the first important here is it generates direct and indirect employment, right? So, semiconductor plants require engineers, it requires technicians, it requires researchers and factory workers, right? As all these people will be hired, they can create indirect jobs in logistics, maintenance, constructions, and supporting industries. Okay, this is the first importance of this mission. Then it supports AI, robotics, and electronics. Right? Semiconductor chips are the foundation of technologies like artificial intelligence, robotics, smartphones, and electric vehicles. A strong chip industry will help India grow in this future oriented sectors. So, when we're talking about the other countries have already specialized in some part of this progress. Now, India wants to expertise in the entire value chain From this, what is going to happen? It is going to reduce our dependence on imports, and it is going to make India self-reliant, right? So it is reducing our dependence on imported chips. India currently imports most of its semiconductor requirements from other countries until now, but not anymore, right? Domestic chip production will improve supply security and reduce import dependence, right? And it also strengthens India in making it self-reliant, right? It is going to make India self-reliant, right? Local chip manufacturing will encourage companies to produce more electronics within India. This supports the vision of Make in India and help India become technologically self-reliant. So these are the importance of the semiconductor mission. It is going to generate direct and indirect employment. It is going to support AI, robotics and electronics. It is going to reduce our dependence on imported chips, and is also going to strengthen and to help us achieve a mission of Atmanirbhar Bharat and Make in India. Now, when you're talking in terms of global contest, right, when you're talking in terms of global contest, Taiwan produces a major share of world's advanced semiconductor chips, right? But the COVID-19 chip shortage disrupted automobile and electronic industries worldwide. This is the reason now why everyone are showing interest in order to make our semiconductor stronger, make it stronger, right? So the countries are now treating semiconductors as a matter of economic and national security. So this can be the reason. The COVID-19 was the reason why now every countries are giving much importance to semiconductor, because what were the consequences they faced in COVID-19. So talking from the global context, this is the major reason why India is now making its semiconductor sectors to be economically stronger, right? Now, when we are talking about the government initiatives, apart from the semiconductor mission, which is now inaugurated at Sanand facilities in the state of Gujarat, what are the other government initiatives related to the semiconductors? So this we have already spoken. India semiconductor missions. Okay, the objective is to reduce our dependence on the imports, and the objective is to make India self-reliant, Atmanirbhar Bharat. Then Semicon India program is also the initiative of government. Design linked incentive, DLI, design linked incentive. Then production linked incentive, PLI. Then modified program for semiconductor and display manufacturing ecosystem. Chips to startup program, future skills prime, digital India program, make in India initiative, Atmanirbhar Bharat Abhiyan, electronic manufacturing cluster scheme, scheme for promotion of manufacturing of electronic components and semiconductor specs, right? National policy on electronics 2019, India AI mission, national quantum mission. So these are the initiative taken by the government in order to make the semiconductor more powerful and more stronger, right? These are the major initiative taken by our government apart from the semiconductor mission which we have spoken, right? In order to conclude now, in order to conclude, the 21st century will not be led by nations that merely consume technology, but by those that create it. Through its semiconductor mission, India is laying the foundation for technological leadership, economic growth, and strategic autonomy. The chip revolution has begun, and India intends to be at its forefront. As we know that as IT revolution made India a software powerhouse, this semiconductor mission is also going to make India a globally chip manufacturing hub, right? So this mission is going to be very beneficial for India. It is going to make India a globally chip manufacturing hub, right? So the country which is going to shape the chips is going to shape the future. The country which is going to manufacture the chip is going to lead the future, and India does the both. I hope this is clear. I hope you understood why is this mission so important to India. Thank you. The nation that designs the chip will shape the future. The nation that manufactures the chips will lead the future. And India aims to do both. Thank you.